Hi mama, moving on to week number 2. We're gonna start with a lower body workout for your first workout, and we're gonna be doing supersets. You're gonna do the first 2 exercises back and forth until you're done the given sets and reps, and then you're going to move on to the next 2 and so on. We're going to start with a goblet squat, just building on that box squat we did last week. You're going to grab a dumbbell that's challenging enough for you, place it underneath your chin, nice and control, slow movement. You're going to inhale as you go down, exhale as you go up. You want to keep your knees pushed away from each other and really try to bring the weight in the back of the legs into the glutes. When you squeeze at the top, squeeze at neutral, don't hyperextend into that low back. Moving right on into the next exercise, we're going to do a reverse slider lunge. So you can grab a towel or a slider, whichever one you have available. You're going to grab 2 dumbbells, just enough to challenge you, but enough to actually do the exercise properly. This one can be super challenging right after baby because your muscles are very loose, especially your hip flexors. So just take your time. You don't have to go super deep if you're not quite comfortable with it yet. And remember to do that breathing again. Moving on into the next superset, we're going to do glute bridges. So we did these the first week. Now you're just going to add a dumbbell. We're going to do the same form. We're going to continue with the breathing. You really want to focus on that squeeze at the top and keep your chin tucked. So you're going just into the glutes, no lower back here. If you're feeling this exercise a bit too much in your quads, just move your feet a little bit further away from the body. And if you're feeling too much hamstring and not enough glutes, then move your feet a little bit closer. The second exercise in our second superset is a sumo pulse squat. So with this exercise, we're going to take the feet and the knees wider than we had it in the regular squat. So ballerina stance, if you will. Dumbbell is between your hands, between your knees. You're going to do a little pulse at the bottom 2 times. Push out of your heels, squeeze at the top. So this is nice and super light on your knees, no heavy pressure, squeeze and push out of it. Moving up, we're gonna do monster walks. So you can either use a booty band here, or you can loop a big band around and tie a knot, just giving you enough resistance to push against the band. So while you're walking forward and backwards, you really wanna create resistance against that band. You wanna push your knees out, lead with your heel rather than your toe here. Next up, we're going to be doing a fun little wall sit. So you can do this with no weight if you want to start off that way, or you can add a dumbbell, really amp it up. We're going to be sitting here for 1 minute, so do whatever you can do comfortably while really pushing that weight into the hamstrings and the glutes rather than just using your quads. And again, this is the perfect time to do your diaphragmatic breathing while you're sitting here. It's great practice. Moving on, we're going to be doing kneeling kickbacks. You saw these in the first week of our workouts, warming up those glutes. We added a band. So again, if you're using the booty band, you can just kneel on the band and that will keep it in place, or you can hold it with your hands if you're using a full long band. With this one, you want to keep your chin tucked and make sure your back is in neutral when you extend at the top, that you're not hyperextending into your low back. That's just going to be low back pain, no glute work. So really, we want to burn out those glutes and keep that low back super healthy. Last but not least, we have prisoner kneels. These are super challenging on their own. So if you want to begin with no weight, totally fine. If you do want a little bit of a challenge, add a couple dumbbells. You will find your heart rate gets up nice and quick, very quick with these. So take your time with them, work on that balance, work on planting your entire foot down and really moving slowly through the movement.